All right, hello and welcome back to Terraformers. The Red Planet awaits. We are looking to play a new game today, and there is a new DLC. I think this one's called Independence. It's apparently the last DLC, and it brings in—I don't know if it brings in interstellar ambitions. To be honest, it's certainly independent Mars, and I have not played a run of this yet. So we're excited to jump in, have an excuse to play more Terraformers. Perhaps we'll play Interstellar Ambitions next time. But today, we're going to go to Mars, we're going to terraform it, and we're going to try and meet whatever the goal of this scenario is, which is we go to Mars to create an independent society free from Earth's control. To win, we need to get 12 seats with Martian factions. Cool. Expectations are elevated. We have some extra turns, so you can see here to get platinum, we need to target 70 turns. And then in the future, we'll come back and probably play Interstellar Ambitions, go to Mars to use it as a launch platform for a much greater endeavor, an expedition to foreign suns, interstellar spaceships. Oh my god, that sounds really fun as well. Using Mars as an industrial launch point. But for now, let's go for the independent Mars and see what we get. So if you're new to Terraformers, it's a game where you, go to Mars, and there is a pretty interesting placement here of like exploring the world, building up cities. There's some tile placement within cities, but then tile placements around cities. So we'll talk about this. For now, Mars is a mere colony dependent on Earth for its resources, but eventually, after years of struggling and carving out our own path, the Red Planet may have its independence. Our own planet with our own government, our own leaders, and our own goals. Free from the ties that bind us to our ancient home. For now, we're still Earth's outpost, but with diligence and luck, red and blue will be equal in the solar system, leading to sci-fi series like The Expanse, where Mars can have a Cold War with Earth, and that would be great. So we're going to start with some energy, some food, some water, some greenhouses, some habitation modules to get our population up. We're good to go. So as you can see, here we are. We're on the map. We're starting with a new city. Skippity Riz. I don't know. Skapity Steed. And then there's little resource nodes around us that we can explore to in a minute. But first, there's a big blinking icon here. They want us to pick a leader. And we can either pick the humanist faction or the industrialist faction. And both of these guys come with different actions. Everyone has the explorer action, but then the other two things they have are interesting. So breach an aquifer, that helps you terraform the planet a little bit faster. It lets you farm up if you need to hit a breakpoint for getting a new population, which is interesting. Mining resources, cool. Lets you rip extra resources out of the earth, so especially there's a lot of resource hints around, that makes sense. Supply stations allow you to explore a little bit faster. It'll save you a lot of energy. Typically, I like industrialists, but let's look at this. Specialization for nitrates or for silicates. Do we have either of those? We have some nitrates and no silicates, so let's let that guide us. If we mine 3 nitrates, we get a 4th production for free. Even after this leader, Alex Madiba, retires, we will maintain this specialization as part of what we've built up. Great. So there's a new panel up here on the left. This is new to me. I'm learning alongside you. This is our government panel. Right now, all 8 seats are in Earth's hands. Okay, Earth's seats. But not for long. 3 new Martian factions are on the rise, and it's up to us to influence. Gain influence. Once we do, our government type will change. Click the pulsating button to review government types. So interesting. So we have the industrialist, the humanist, and the science. And they will provide... Right now we're getting 1 per turn, and in 40 turns we'll get 40. Influence, they will claim 1 more seats and provide a mandate. Very cool. Earth-dependent democracy. And if we open this up, Earth-dependent democracy as Martian faction. Different government types, requirements for each one, and what they would mean for Mars. So we're Earth dependent on 0 seats. Once we get up to our 4th seat, we can have more leader proposals, comfort of living, but less reliance on trade routes. In the future, even more leaders are presumably available on the election. Like there, I only got to pick between 2. In the future, I'll have 4 picks. Earth removes their free trade route. Earth removes their free trade route. Earth removes their free trade route. Earth removes their free satellite. Interesting. Okay, so independence hurts in that way. And then there's liberty, democracy. Leading Martian factions hold at most 1 or more seats than the other factions combined. If they own 2 or more seats, they have oligarchy. So fewer choices of leader, bad comfort of living, less projects being proposed. That's really bad. You can offset these, right? Like you can get a lot of comfort of living, you can get a lot of happiness, you can not worry about your leader choices, what have you. Most proposed leaders are of the ruling faction. You can re-elect your leader up to 2 additional terms if they're part of the ruling faction and generate double influence. Leaders from other factions have less. Wow, so this is pretty nasty, I would say. They really don't have a favorable opinion of oligarchy. But your leader has +1 extra skill use per turn starting next turn. Okay, so this is a whole bunch of negatives, but having the ability to take double actions is pretty sick. -2, -6 is terrible. Dictatorship would be tremendously difficult. Comfort of living scales with population, but population is one of your biggest drivers for happiness. So that would be very painful. Less proposals per turn. All proposed leaders are of the ruling faction. Leaders receive double. Is that the same? Double, yep. And then -1. And then 2 skill uses per turn. So you can get a lot done as a dictator, but really these penalties seem quite terrible. And I don't know what the benefits, like, if science is in power and leading, does that mean that you're going to have a really great time researching? Like, are they going to give you bonuses or mandates that really support that? For a faction to get influence, they must first apply its policy on a city. Let's founder starting and set up policy. So this is our starting city. When it comes to layouts, just in general, here we are. We're going to start the, I can change the name. Outpost City, New Islamabad, Big Crater, Patera Base, Alex Outpost. Alex, there you go. So we can pick industrialist influence per 5 land locations it's expanded to. So the more you've expanded the city, the more you're going to get influence. Humanist per 3 population. So you want to build a big city for humanists and scientists per 2 unique climate zones. Getting to 2 unique climate zones. So this is a climate zone right here, this border. If we were to expand the city up into here, we'd be in 2 different zones. We could try expanding in, 1, 2, 3, 4 and get a lot. I think that early on, though, we will go industrialist. I have a humanist leader, so maybe you want to double down on that, but it's going to be slow to get population. So let's make this, New Ottawa. As a Canadian, we'll take New Ottawa. There you go. And then color. I mean, Canadians are more about the red, So now I get to select my location for a headquarters. I'm going to go ahead and put it here. And we'll generate influence. Yeah. You can see which policies factions suggest for future cities in the government widget. Once a faction has enough influence to claim a seat, it will grant us a mandate. So in the future, they want robots, they want population, and they want unique climate zones. Cool. And then the little faction is there. Perfect. So in this game, we are trying to build out a colony on Mars, explore, do a bunch of things. We can play buildings to get resources per turn. Right now, we don't have any production across the board. We need food and water. We actually have enough water to build our initial greenhouse, so we'll be interested in that. For now, let's take an explore action and go check out what's going on at this nitrate location. So, sure, 5 nitrate, 3 power, and we found a nitrate deposit, which is interesting. You can see over here, and so if we were to expand to this location, even without a city, we could be building a mine here, and that would give us resources per turn. In New Ottawa specifically, we'll go ahead and take our greenhouse, and we're going to put it here. In the future, there are buildings that have adjacency bonuses. So, like, every food-producing building produces 1 more food. So if I build 3 food buildings like this, when I get the adjacency building, I'll be able to put it in the middle and bonus all 3. One of the most common adjacency bonuses are happiness buildings, like think social things like a school, a hospital, a pool, you know, whatever it might be. People like to live beside those. So again, I'm by reserving this slot here for an amenity of some kind, if I put all 3 of my population buildings beside it, they can benefit. And then probably power. If we're going to be doing a lot of exploring, we want a lot of power, what have you. So now we're getting 1 food per turn, this little +1, because we built our greenhouse. So let's go to the next turn. And now we get a choice between a bunch of different things. We do like science. I'm almost always tempted to go energy early. The other argument could be to go for the tuber farm, because we are thinking about expanding into a nitrate production, and this would actually use it. So let's do that for now. In general, energy is very important, but we do need to like get to it first. And you can see exploring costs 1 energy per length of the tile away. So here we go. We find a new crater that gives us some immediate support. People like that. We found some silicates, some nitrates, and we could build a new city here in the future. There's even a titanium deposit. Weird that you can't mine it without the city. And then there's rocks that also get in the way. But these natural sites are good for population. People love living beside a big rock, I guess. So there you go. We have enough food now. You have 25 to get a building. That allows us to expand into a rural area. We will expand over here and build a mine. 4 energy and 4 titanium. So now we're basically out of titanium, but we have our first production. And you can see up here, we're 1 of 3 away from getting our bonus 1 production. Because again, the mandate or the specialty of Alex Madiba, oh, that would have been a great reason to name this Alex Outpost. Our guy is actually named Alex. Is that we would get that bonus production a little bit faster. So we'll see if that happens. But for now, the tuber farm is basically 3 turns away as we get 1 resource for free now. They're offering me a new piece here. I'll take a habitation module. If we do get enough food, we'll want to be able to play it. And I would like to have an energy production. Even though I don't have any of these resources, the tritium, energy production is very, very important. I could probably get my tuber farm early if I explore down here. Find some power and some nitrates. I even found extra food and a geothermal hotspot, which is interesting. You could use it for power generation or 2 quality of living for the city that's connected to it. It's also a highland plateau, which allows you to build interesting buildings. But for now, I mean, I'm kind of going into a food build here with 2 foods, nitrates coming in. Maybe using this for the comfort of living and then having New Ottawa be big would be a great plan. We get a free trade route from Earth that we lose if we get too many independent seats. Here we have more rural buildings. This would cost a lot of titanium, some science. I'll take the robots. That'll allow us to expand a little bit faster. It does require that we have something worth expanding to and some titanium to do so. So let's go all the way over here and boom, we found a titanium deposit. We could try and get there for a mine. And you'll see now there's also this little wavy symbol. We haven't really talked about terraforming at all, despite the game being called Terraformers. But yeah, we need temperature to go up, oxygen to go up, atmosphere to go up, and water. As we raise the water, some accessible tiles will be flooded, unless we build something like a dike to protect that location. When things are flooded, though, it'll open up whole new ways of exploring and exploiting the planet, you know, via water, offshore rigs, farming, aquaculture, what have you. So interesting. Again, titanium from the robot hub is interesting because it gives us 2 more population, and that population isn't people, so it doesn't generate happiness, but it will allow us to expand our city a little bit faster. We should also be using our trade routes. I'm going to start trading away the nitrates. I feel good with my 2 food production for now, and I either want to get energy or titanium. Because I have no tritium on the map, I'm going to slowly accumulate that so that we can try and get this thermo generator built. This is a food production multiplier, so we like that. This housing is interesting because it would give you full protection from radiation. We haven't really talked about that, but happiness is built up based on basically the number of people you have multiplied by how happy they are, and they are happy based on being warm, having oxygen, being protected from radiation, and having that comfort of living, which we talked about having a better spa for. Great. So anyway, now we have a soil factory available to us pretty early for this +1 production. So I think the most prudent thing to do is to immediately stop trading away that nitrate, and for now trade away energy. I'm going to think of it this way, right? If I lose 9 energy to get 9 tritium, then that is going to generate me 1 energy every turn in perpetuity for the future. So a worthwhile thing. We could also think about using the Alex bonus to farm and get up to the 25 we need for a new population. But I think that we're okay for now. Let's explore around, see if we can find anything. Mysterious meteorite found. What? It's from the extinction event, and it shows traces of dinosaur DNA. What? Oh my god. Leave it be, it wouldn't end well. I mean, how do you not? -1 comfort of living globally. Oh my god, this is a terrible thing to do. You need 3 temperature, 3 oxygen, requires at least 1 land, and you need to find 4 of the DNA locations. Everyone on the planet is gonna be upset. -3 happiness to live in the same place. -1 globally, but 100 prestige, which we don't need. If we're doing the generic game mode, you need prestige to win the game. If you're doing I forget what it's called, the green planet, you need lots of flora and fauna up to a certain amount of prestige to win the game. That's the goal. Our goal in this game is to get seats in Parliament to make it an independent Mars. I have never made a T-Rex, so I'm going to click this button. Even though it's a long shot, we probably don't need to do it to win. There's not really a reason to do it. We're playing on a relatively easy mode. We have elevated expectations, but we're not playing on impossible win condition. So let's have a little bit of fun with it. And oh, they even tell you where you need to get. Very interesting. Very interesting. Again, this is a silly thing to be doing, but we're certainly excited for it. Architectural innovation. So for our main base, we can build a arcology, fully protected from radiation, and creates a whole bunch of population. That we want to do at the Green City. The Central Park is lots of comfort of living. Again, works well with lots of high population. You can only have 1 of these giant things per city, right? So is this locked in for my main city, or is it just a choice I can put anywhere? This is 2 robots. It also provides heat and atmosphere per level. This is the universal factory is really interesting, actually. 1 power per turn for every 2 dike levels built. That I don't need so much, but the atmosphere, heat, and power is interesting. I might pick this just because it works with what the people want. Per building that costs water, we don't really do that. We'll grab a science building. So now we have the ability to use an exploration every 3 turns. That's what Earth is giving us. They're giving us a trade route and a satellite, which we lose. exploring costs energy based on how far things are, right? So we want to make sure that whenever we're exploring, we're exploring nearby with our explore action. But we want to go, far away, say this 3 distance location, to use the satellite and get those resources explored. And again, here we can see that the water level stuff would rise, which is interesting because, again, if we did the mega structure here, it would be cool. But again, what do I like? I'm gonna make a spa resort early and just get a little extra happiness. It's a very odd way to play. I was thinking about doing robot hub though, so I mean, I guess that's fine. I really wish there were more resources for us to mine. But we can also keep an eye out for projects that go in these rocky plains, empty rural tiles. Say earlier we were offered like windmills, for instance. So maybe we can get lucky. Now there's also the colonies expansion. So we can go and try and get colonies going on different planets. This one really costs us a lot of happiness, but maybe we'll have a happy planet, so it's fine. Atmosphere is usually not really a problem. The thing I really think about with these colonies is once you've built them, the things that you export give you free development levels. There's 3 levels of bonuses here. Level 1, for instance, outpost, you get 3 atmosphere per turn. Small colony, you get a radiation protection globally. Jupiter at the last level gets atmosphere. You can build projects, space projects, to build this faster. But when you're exporting silicates, if you export 30 silicates, it will increase the development for free 1 step. You won't have to make a project. So do we want to export power? Do we want to export titanium? Do we want to export silicates? None of these really work for me in a way I care about. I guess the small, the ocean can be nice, and marine life is really strong, so maybe we'll just take Europa. Again, I don't expect to export a lot of that resource, so it's a little bit tricky. Here we could get more population or more power. I really am struggling with this resource to begin with, so we'll take another tuber farm. The question is, do we want to get one more resource of food production now, starting this turn, or do you want to wait to get 2 several turns down the line? It's probably better just to start getting the 1 now, but it's not really a way to know. We should explore this way, see if it's worth building our robot factory. We wouldn't mind getting some water per turn. Again, I won't have enough titanium anyway, so I need to start exploring for titanium in locations, which means I'm not going to be exploring for nitrates, which means I should just get the next tuber farm built right away. We'll build our robot level. And again, where does it say the mandate for this city? +1 influence per 5 land locations. And right now we have 1. We can go to 2 more. I'm going to expand here. This is going to give us -1 happiness, but I'm going to build a spa. That's going to give us more early game happiness, 2 per location. Once we get that 3rd person built out, it's going to be even better. And then here, we could extract this water to raise the water level, but I think it's better just to go for a mine and get some long-term water. Expectations are increasing, right? We've been here for a while. We're not just in our first year of colony, so they really expect us here to get a move on and start terraforming the planet. So expectations and overall satisfaction are going to start going down. +2 support for every robot in this city is real good, because we are building a giant robot lab. So this will really help us generate more support faster. We are, again, looking for more sources of titanium, so perhaps I will take a moment. This is titanium, this is titanium. Both are 4. I would rather be closer to this T-Rex site, so we'll do that for now. And look, there's even a titanium location there. And that gives us just enough to start mining up the water, which is kind of cool. Just kind of cool. Space race. So this looks like The first seat provides 8 random resources to a space project. This one, the first seat, seems to give you some terraforming, and this one gives you +1 extra science whenever you explore and you find resources. That's pretty cool. I think in our more competitive games, we'll be looking to push science in general and just have better cards available to us and whatnot, and technologies, but we'll see. Gain 1 power, 1 titanium when constructing a robot seems like a great scientific choice here. City planning is nice too, but let's take the robots. We're really leaning into the robots right now. +2 per turn to the faction that controls the city. If the leader +1 leader proposal of the city is at least 5 population. Okay, that's pretty cool. We like that. It takes resources that we don't have a lot of, but it is better than, like, we don't have a lot of science, so I wouldn't want to discount a population building with science. I'd rather just spend 25 food than 10 and 15. I don't need more food production. In fact, I'm going to be doubling my food production as is if I can get the nitrates. So let's take this. Also, let's stop trading away power. We can start getting rid of water. We don't really need water for any projects right now. We can build this political college if we want. It would really help us push our influence for our first seat, and that is our win condition, so we could push it. The reasons not to is that we could be building the robot science thing. Again, we want to play this before we build any new robots to begin with. What does this upgrade cost? 10 and 10. This is pretty good. It doesn't bring us more robots, but it is interesting. But then also this political influence, I think you just want to get it now. And we'll put it over here. With that said, let's do our big scan, get more titanium, got more DNA. DNA, even if we don't build the T-Rex, is going to be nice. It's going to be nice because it's giving us 5 science every time we click it. So now I'm just going to click this technology and not worry about it. I might play the household center soon as well. We actually found some tritium, so let's make sure we explore that ASAP. Flat plains. Again, you could build a city here, but the flat plains has no radiation protection, unlike the crater. So that's the reason it would get a negative. I could expand the base here or here without a happiness penalty because it's adjacent. But there's no reason to, because I don't have any rural buildings to build, and we're not at 5 land locations yet. We only get to 4, so we need 1 more land grab before we can even get to the breakpoint. But at least we have 2 influence coming in for that party. We've had 1 coming in for the humanist for some time. Soon we're going to have a new leader offered, which is interesting. Here's a drone hub. Which is worth talking about because it does give happiness to adjacent locations. So we could get 6 happiness per turn, plus a robot, which again gives happiness with this other building. It's energy intensive, which means I really want to just get more tritium generation. So I think I'm just gonna live and let die on this one. We could go for the courthouse. We have a lot of food, but titanium is scarce, and I don't have a high population location. It's, 3 population is not huge, right? We don't have skyscrapers to really cram in a lot of people, and we have a lot of tiles that are basically going to be spent resource producing. So this city is going to be pretty capped out early. Thankfully, the universal factory here is going to help us out a lot, and if I can get the 1 atmosphere and 1 heat per turn from it, we're actually going to make progress on terraforming, which would be really, really good. But for now, let's keep moving. New leader. So now we have a scientist faction offered to us, which would be interesting. They are really good at spreading microbes. That requires some science. And then there's the water guy. We haven't been using things. This provides 3 happiness. I'm really limited in my tiles, though. I'd rather go for something more scientific. New life forms, genetic modifications, all this stuff is cool. We need science to make her work. So I'm worried about other pieces. +1 science production, though, for every 3 robots in the city. That could work. That could work. And then we explore our way over here. We get a bunch of titanium. Ooh, and tritium in the future, which is lovely. So we want silicates to get science for so many robots in the city. Or I could build more robots, or I could upgrade this and start getting the atmosphere and stuff. I think I have to upgrade this sooner rather than later. The big problem that you might notice is now our energy's down to like 13. It's very incredibly low, so we need to figure something out. Resource, though, we would love to get silicates here. And the only reason I'm taking silicates over tritium is that I see that we have a tritium deposit that we can go and get right now. Also, we have another event. What do I have to click to see that event again? Am I crazy? Yeah, or sorry, it's a choice. We can build a... oh, wow, this is actually really nice, too. Observatory here for some science and better colony stuff. Or we could get more energy production. I think I need this. Problematically, though, it requires silicates, which is what I was planning to spend for this robotic laboratory. Plus, I was already planning to go here. Let's still go here, though, and get the tritium, which is lovely because it gives us the ability to build another generator. And then if I can get up to 22 with a large silicate deposit, I think there was one up here. There is. Let's use our satellite for this one. That actually gives us enough resources this turn to get +1 generation on each. So now we're at +4 energy per turn, and we're really solving our energy crisis. Plus, we're getting the water exports, and that is giving us value out of the fact that we have such a huge bank of water. I could play the robot hub. That's the other big thing. We don't have dikes and stuff, so finishing this mega project doesn't really matter. Also, we're at about 30 food, so 30 food and 10 water, I believe, is what you need to found a city. 25 and 10, actually. They've buffed or made it easier. So, like, here we have a lava tube settlement, for instance, with a alchemy thing. So what's tricky about here is all of these rocks are going to be very costly to remove, but the lava tube has incredible energy stuff going on here. So we could certainly go to the lava tube settlement. We could either make it a humanist location, right, with lots of population, or we can make it a scientific location. I want science for the bonuses of the science, but I also want humanist because the humanist location requires lots of population, and I have a good food economy coming in, and if I can get some nitrates, I can double that food economy. So there's lots to love here. There really is. More robots is interesting. We don't really have the energy. More scientific production. We don't really have the energy. 1 comfort of living for every 2 robots is also a really good one, but our population in the city isn't so high. We don't have that many tiles. It's going to be hard to do. So let's chill for a moment. If I do play this robot factory now, the main benefit is that I would get some influence for this faction because I'd be able to expand its borders. But it's costing me energy. Where's my science? 1 energy and 1 titanium for every robot built, which is pretty good. So let's do some cheap energy exploration stuff. Let's build that robot hub, even though I don't love it. It allows me to expand here and here. These don't cost me happiness. If I expand further out, it will. But now the city owns 5, so I'm at +3, right? So +1 here. I'm planning on building science production. This is only 1 scientific production unless this city gets 2 more robots. This would be 2 comfort of living, which would be 6 happiness. Yeah, it's hard to say. I think we just need to make this like a dedicated scientific location. What is tricky about it, as I forgot, I actually can't found the city until you've explored all adjacent locations. Um, but yeah, we need to make this a scientific hub, is what we need to do. We have the food and the water to do it, but we need science. I always go for these heat bacteria. Heat is tried to a lot of really good things. More trade routes would also be lovely. I don't know what this is. One industrialist seat is required to play this. Increase the output of adjacent mines by 1 and creates heat, but adjacent cities have comfort of living problems. So I could put that here, for instance, and I wouldn't suffer the happiness penalty. And 4 mines. So I'd have to expand it here and here before I have enough mines to get +1. But honestly, that is an incredible, right? 1, 2, 3 mines all connected. Both of these are places that would have aquifer potential. It's a really good thing, actually. I was really thinking I would just go for the trade post, like the trade pad, but this seems like a more unique building, harder to get a hold of. And for now, bacteria spreaders exist. The minus happiness for expanding out to here is gonna have to be fine. I do need like a robot hub, 1 more of them, so I can actually claim all the tiles I want to and still do all the synergies. It is interesting. So for now, though, I need to keep exploring over here because I need to explore all the tiles around this lava tube settlement. It sucks that I'm going to be claiming this tile for a different city, but with this building, it just makes so much sense to do so. We're not getting any influence because the leader is retired, so we don't have any influence right now for the humanist faction. That's a little bit lame. But we plan on settling a humanist location. Space elevator. This is a interesting one. So, a lot of titanium earlier. City becomes connected to space. Provides extra trade route for their resources. So again, this makes a lot of sense here. Because you could literally have 3 mines beside it. Even if I scan there, you could potentially even have a 4th. The safari park, I don't have any animals, it's way too early for that. And the drill facility, for every rock you destroy, get a titanium and a silicate. It's so energy intensive though. All mines owned by the city create extra resources. And I think you go space elevator. And now I don't know what to do, because I was thinking about doing that +1 from this crater with this building. The Industrialist Mining Center. But now it's a little bit less interesting because I guess you only get an extra trade route. I don't know, man. It's tricky. Let's use the scan from the satellite. Ooh, we found some power. That is amazing. Finding some power. So I want to. Can you really do this? No, you need to settle the city first, but at least they let you see it first. So the space elevator needs lots of titanium. I need to build a city. I really do. I want it to be a humanist city because I want to put as many people in it as you can. Oh, Misha, named after the person. Well, Elysium base though Elysium City looks really good too. 2 happiness because again we have that higher level here. One thing that I normally at a higher level would normally consider looking at is like this temperature zone is -3. This one is only -1. So people will prefer to live in the warmer climates. This one here is 0. So if we had found a settlement location in here, people would be very, very happy. Here we're at -2, which is pretty bad. But again, we're in a lava tube, so it kind of works out in our favor. We have a lot of power, and I need science. I need power. I need to get science. I could do that here. I need nitrates and silicates. Like, there's so many resources that I need. This is an annoyingly difficult thing to get to. So in here, I can get the... I can get a lot of things. I really want to know what I need to focus on, right? Because getting to this for the science seems pretty great, but 17 is really far away. I'm not going to be able to get that very quickly. 5 and 5 is easy, but I need to use energy to clear rocks to even make space for it. And it's going to set back the soil factory, which sucks. The power makes a lot of sense here, but then I'm going to be really struggling to search and clear rocks. So nothing really is perfect. For now, we'll just keep taking silicates and nitrates wherever we can get them. And then in here, I'm going to have to spend some energy, which makes this unplayable. But at least for now, I can build a little science lab. I can't build on these empty tiles until I dig my way through the rocks to get to them. So that was a little painful, but at least now we have +1 science per turn. We get more food per turn, but again, I don't have science as a resource. I'd rather just get the igloo or even the tritium. The tritium is what I want because I have the +1. I just need to build that last piece of the combo. Expectations are rising, which is tricky, but pavers are good for expanding. Rovers are great for exploring. But this is to make your rovers better. I don't have any rovers. They haven't offered me any yet. For now, I think I need to take this happiness location. I have enough energy to get away with things for a bit, and my energy production is only going to get better. Let's go find more tritium to get to this breakpoint. And then the question is, do I want 9 happiness per turn now, or do I want the industrialist mining now, which should give me 1 more nitrate, but another -1 to happiness. I think you kind of have to take this now, because it needs a seat. What I love about this game is you can hit undo. It doesn't have a seat, and it will only have a seat in 8 turns, so for now we will put you here. I could get happiness for every 2 robots. That would be dumb because I need to actually expand the city to have more connections to make that mining thing even make sense. Which maybe it doesn't make sense anymore because of this whole situation, but I don't know, man. We don't need tritium anymore. So what we should do is build our Martian exploration mission and try and grow to a celestial body. Get one of those colonies built. +1 trade would be lovely. Every 2 climate zones is fine. Atmosphere is fine, but I don't have like city locations. I have rural locations. So let's go ahead and build a rural location here. And then I can do 2 trade things so we can build this twice as fast. We're getting 6 energy per turn, but we're putting 2 of it into space. Now what do we need? We need nitrates and silicates, right? Nitrates for the soil factory, and we need titanium for your elevator. Let's focus on the nitrates for now. Again, we're finding more frozen, cold places that we don't want to be. So let's keep moving. More energy generation is fine. I do like combined living. That really works for us. And I don't have a housing unit available right now, so I need something when I get the food. So even though I like the other cards, let's just take that. I'm going to keep chasing nitrates. I'm going to try and stay focused on it, unless I'm just doing a distant exploration over here. Or down here. Again, there's nitrates, but it's only 3 away. I'm going to let this 1, 2, 3, 5... I don't know. This is such a huge deposit. I'm going to let it go there. We even found food, which is interesting. So we're going to put that there. That's really good. Oh my god. So now here I can get the +1, +1, +1. This isn't worth building until we have dikes, but hey, look at that. We just doubled our food production. We could trade away the food, but again, I'm not trading right now. I'm constructing, so I don't have the choice. I have to do energy for this project. Bacteria. I really do want you soon as well. Now I have 2 expansion locations. I don't have enough titanium to actually build a mine. Note that this one here is actually a large mine, so it requires more. But we really need a titanium production online here. So a new colony, nitrate, and then this one makes everyone happy. This one gives resources. You want to sell tritium, you want to sell science. Titan, you want to sell water to make it happy. So I'll just pick that. It's one that scales with having lots of colonies, which we don't have. Here's a way of increasing colony sizes faster, but I'm just going to take the rover exploration. If I can get my titanium sorted with like a mine, then a rover could do a lot of great work for us. So let's expand to this, get a mine going, and then see if we can get up to 9 more titanium. Though it might make sense to go for some of these deposits first. The sandstone also produces guided tours, which gives happiness, but I don't know that I care for happiness. I mean, I'm at -3, but it is, you know, kind of what it is. As we get people moving in and we keep exploring, it should be okay. We have a lot of food, right? Places cost less silicates, tritium, or water. I don't need any of those things right now. But what? I think the megastructure needs tritium later. So sure, we'll take the tritium. I mean, it's for city buildings as well. Silicates makes a lot of sense. A lot of buildings need a lot of silicates, but I just don't have any tritium production unless I build over there and get some mines going. So let's pick that. We know it works with the megastructure, and we have a megastructure that needs to grow. That's going to save us 8 resources in the future. Fine. I wanted to explore over here, but there's a sandstorm on our city, so no matter where I go, I'm going to get -5 happiness. So let's avoid that. I'm at -3 happiness, and I even have an entertainment center. Damn. Damn, Daniel. So what are we going to do? I don't need nitrates anymore. I could explore for them, but I don't need them. I need more titanium, right? Just titanium, titanium, titanium. Come over here and find some titanium. I could build another thing. It's going to cost me titanium and a slot. So I probably don't want to do it. Because I need slots for a couple different things. Oh, I don't know, man. It's kind of tricky. Because if I build this for titanium, very quickly I can trade like water and other resources to make it happy. Alright, so I think that we want to save this spot for a bacteria spreader if we can get there. Slowly we're coming up on 10, so 17 isn't too bad. We also are going to retire soon, so it would have been nice to like reduce the spread time of a life form by 1. You know, we want to do one of these actions before we retire. Also, we're being offered like another robotic location thing, so we could do that here. I don't think there's actually a benefit to robots, right? We didn't build either of these buildings after all. So I'd rather have like a bus station, something that reduces the happiness penalty for expanding further, and also gives us a couple more tiles to grab so we can synergize with our industrialist seat here. It's a bit tricky. What is this, though? New megastructures are proposed twice as often. Provides a small amount of support. This produces scientific resources and some happiness. I guess we need that. We need science right now. It's really bottlenecking us. So yeah, we're retiring. Before the leader retires, if you want to do one action from your existing leader, you can do it before. So I think that that's what we're going to do. Scientific leader or humanist leader, neither of them are the industrialist, which is what we're playing for. Whenever you increase your trade routes, get 3 new trade routes. I do love trade route synergy. Energy synergy works really well if you don't already have energy, but we already do. This one gives extra resources. This one gives extra support. I think what we want to do... Oh, wow. What was this event? Factions propose new policies. So you can switch out what's going on. For 5 food. Per landmark. Okay, so if you really don't like the climate zones, you can skip forward or you can skip over for 2 mines. I don't know about those ones yet. First, I want to do genetic modification on this. So instead of spreading 13 turns to spread, it'll take 11. Okay, then I'm gonna build this colony. It has to go on Titan or Europa. Yeah, Europa is interesting. You need to export titanium for it to be happy, though. This one you get to export water, and it gives nitrates now. I don't really need nitrates. It's probably best to go for Europa and then try and expand it a second step to get the 20 more ocean to pop this off and not worry about the trading deficits. More projects proposed per turn is very good. Doubles the amount of influence per turn it generates for all factions. That would generate a ton of influence. But again, I want a bus station here. Right? And then this, would that also count? You know? Probably. I guess I'll take this. I have energy and food, so they are resources I have and I'm able to spend. Titanium is still the bottleneck, and potentially some energy, but it's not that bad. Let's take our deep scanner here, the satellite scan, and do something that's far away. Either this one or this one. Do either have science with it? No. So let's go here. More nitrates. Again, not a resource we need. Elysium. Fine, I don't know. Food production. I'm not really going to build another food city, so I'll just skip that policy. Doubles the influence gain. It really does want to be here. It's just that this is such an expensive thing, and I won't have 4 mines unless I expand more, you know? Like, and I don't even have the energy for it. So I don't know how I feel, right? Because I need the energy for this, the energy for that, but it seems really good. Maybe it'll make us too much of a dictatorship, but I'm going to click it, and then I'm going to take the influence lady. And I have trade routes. So, again, trading away titanium helps that colony. It's not really what I want to do. I need to trade away water and get energy to get us out of this bottleneck for this, like, industrialist building. Bacteria or oxygen atmosphere. I'll take the oxygen atmosphere. A space project for permanent food production is kind of nice, but I'd rather just have the food, or the housing unit, because I'm coming up on 25 food right now. Exploring gives happiness, so let's explore down here, get more titanium. And then we're going to expand here, and that's going to allow me to build the rover location, and this is going to give me more exploration options, which we love. This school, we could build a school. So if we destroy this rock for 3 power, we could build the school in between, and that's going to make the 2 happiness buildings 2 more happy. It's going to produce more science. I do really want to get to this anomaly, but burning 15 power to do it seems painful. All right, industrialist gains a seat. Provides 8 resources to a space project. I don't have a space project. I guess this is just a free card to play. Okay. Industrialist seat. So we still have a democracy, but if the next seat that comes in isn't one of the other factions, we're gonna have a bad day. Which we can start getting more influence here if we can get a 3rd population. So we need to do that. I need a 3rd population. So we blow up this spot beside the school, and boom. We have 3 influence coming in per turn. The current leader gives 2 now. Oh, they were 1 at first and now they're 2. So that is probably kind of perfect. In 9 turns, oh, but you're going to retire just before then. In 9 turns, we're going to be getting another seat in a different faction before the industrialist faction gets a seat, which is pretty dope. It's pretty good. We need to explore more though, and we need, what do we need? We need this area to be explored by this rover. We have a new rover on the list. We could get more science. Science would be really helpful. So only 2 science there. Ooh, the poles. We could always try and get to the poles. Yeah, I don't know. We have a lot of water. So an oxygen factory feels pretty easy. Now, 3 science per turn. It costs me a lot of resources that I don't have, but because I can play this, boom. We get a bunch of resources, like, for free. We explore. And we satellite scan if we have to for science. Love that for us. That gives me this location, and I can build the heat microbes. Now the heat's coming up a little bit faster. We might actually terraform the planet. Crazy. Then we come over here and we build the seat, the industrialist mining center. Now, it doesn't give us the comfort of living because it's not adjacent to the city. So that's fine. It is giving us +1 nitrate per turn. And if I can expand over here or here, we'll get even more out of the city, which would be lovely. I might have to give up on either food or energy production, so that would be less fun. But for now, let's keep doing our cheap explorations. We only have 2 power, so it has to be cheap. Come down here and get more water, whatever. And then instead of trading water for energy, I should be trying to build this. So I need to start putting resources into space, and if I can, I need to go find more of those resources. Oh god, Earth has an environmental crisis. Surprise, surprise. We can import CO2, which we can't do. We can have a huge trade embargo, or we can try and accept refugees. I think we have to accept refugees, because we have a lot of food on our planet, so that should be pretty good. Mega projects require less. 2 support for robots. Gain titanium when building a building is incredible, but it costs 40 science, which we don't have. So we'll just take mega structure. 2 food production is pretty cheap. Also, energy production for highland plateaus. We don't really have any highland plateaus over here, which is interesting. I have so much water, I just have to take this, basically. It's how I feel. Now what do I want? I need more titanium, I need more everything. I need more science, I need more titanium, I need tritium and silicates to do this stuff. So I guess we explore over here, and we try and get tritium and other resources. This is such a frozen wasteland, man. Happiness is slightly trending up. Things are okay. We really don't want to have to build slums. We need more project cards that use food. We do not have very much food. which means I need to clear a spot and build a food production. We need to get that food ASAP. Wouldn't mind either of these. I said I wanted a second colony level, so let's try for that. I really hope they give me a housing unit next turn, or a refugee's going to show up, and that's going to be a problem. Let alone like where I'm going to put the refugee, but one problem at a time. I need more tritium for the space project, so we keep exploring. The seats are coming. Robots with happiness and stuff is kind of nice. I would like the extra project per turn eventually. Maybe even now, just because I need it. Again, I didn't get a project, so I guess I have to do slums. Minus 20 support per turn is pretty painful. It is free to build, so the population in your city can skyrocket. I could go for happiness, but I don't want just happiness, so let's just keep this exploration moving along. I actually have enough titanium for the rovers. I was thinking that I really wanted to get the Elysium city built up for the space element. Maybe I should be looking at other things. I don't see any titanium on the board for me to grab, other than back here, which costs me happiness for going through a sandstorm. So let's grab tritium again and use the satellite scan for this titanium. And then, yeah, I mean, I need to play a slum. You have to, because I've decided to accept refugees. I need to accept them, I guess, in here. I can always move the slums, I think. I'm not sure. The thing is, I would want to put them beside, like, a happiness building. So, like, I want to put a happiness building here, and then this be the housing building. But maybe I shouldn't even worry about that. I should just slum it up. At least they have radiation protection here. We can move these buildings around. What slums give? Minus support to other slums and stuff beside them. So you don't want to concentrate your slums. Fair enough. Let's get -1 happiness over here for the sake of getting another exploration bot. Just more tiles uncovered is going to be good for us. I could get a silicate mine up and running here or here, but I'd rather get titanium. You know, that's the thing that I seem to be needing more of. We have 2 more turns. Come on, give us a card to help us out. Mars Olympic Games. 18 water, build it in a city, and makes people happy. Trains athletes. Organize the Mars Olympics, sure. A Zeppelin Center gives exploration action, an extra exploration action, and it uses tritium, which we have a discount on for a major project. Or a big food. I think you take this exploration center and we try and build a city far away. We could build a Martia for sure. What is this? Per action the leader can do per turn. Oh, leader staff. So this is for building tall and having a capital city where your dictator is really driving. Oh god. Oh, that's interesting. 50 titanium. That's crazy. All right, let's. Why is there a big star on this one? Is it considered a major project? Either way, I need housing, and I have the food and the titanium to build this, so that's fine. Select a city. Generate support. Embassy. Provide support per turn per trade route. What about the Mars Olympics? Yeah. We need, Earth will send 4 athletes. We must train 4 more athletes. Yada yada yada. If we're victorious, we get some good stuff. All right, so, and that costs 18 water. I mean, that's not bad. I mean, sure. Happiness location in here, then. Make it so. And again, that's why I would have preferred, like, this food production thing is in a weird spot. Let's just say that. So I can go there. The Martian is so wasted in a Elysium City because I already have, like, almost full radiation protection, and we'll have completely full if I can get this metric higher. So it feels like such a waste to build it in this city. Not sure if we have to. I guess we'll see. For now, can I explore for more science, perhaps, and get this megastructure discount? That would be nice. Coming down here, find a new climate zone. This one's very warm as well, and there's more science locations available as well. I don't have to build this now, but I'm going to for the sake of making space. And then this is now costing 16 titanium. Trade routes. Yeah, let's keep them going. We want to finish this. Getting 3 science per turn would be lovely. We don't have any oxygen for the hair, so I think it's best to think about rainforest. No. This is all just bad, man. 1 power is, I guess, okay if this place ended up having a lot of mines. But it's just super underwhelming. Again, we have nitrate, so we could spread plants, but we have no water to speak of. So there's no plants will grow. There's no water anywhere. I am gonna get a slum this turn if I don't build a Marsha. So we need to build a Marsha, even if it's not ideal. Then I need to keep expanding. I'm getting enough food per turn that I can keep up with, you know, immigrants coming in. Like, that's fine. Just need to make sure I have enough, like, resources for all the things. Ooh, a research station. That would have been fun, too. More trade routes. With the titanium, I could get a silicate mine. I mean, this city is going to grow. Again, I'd rather use the titanium on the megastructure, right? The space elevator. Oh, but can I can choose to build a different one. Still. Also, I need to find more tritium because I'm about to run out and I haven't finished my project yet. Mine the asteroid. Nope, let it pass. It's for more nitrates, which I do not need. More technologies being offered is nice. We don't have that much science production, but once I finish this, I will. Support per rocks in the city. We're destroying the rocks. Robots let you expand more, and we talked about building them in New Ottawa. I'd have to give up on, like, food production per turn, though. But I could get a doubled titanium mine out of it, so it seems pretty reasonable. I need a housing project. Just do this, it's fine. Ooh, dormant volcano. Damage all neighboring regional and city buildings. Will become rich soil. That's pretty cool. It's a lot of atmosphere. That's like a whole first level. I need tritium, so we're going to use that exploration to find tritium. We'll use the satellite exploration to find the bigger tritium. And we're so close to a heat bump here. It's Terraforming Mars terminology, right? That let's explore the glacier and get a little bit of heat and nitrate. And now the heat's going to go up next turn. We could nuke the glacier. That will give radiation to the whole world for... Raise the climate zone by 1. Raise global radiation by 1. So this climate zone doesn't have a city in it. I'm not planning to build a city in it, and the city is cold as hell. So I can nuke this city, have higher radiation for 3 turns. Who cares? But the heat will go up now anyway. So there you go. +1 heat in all climate zones. So that is offset by the generated heat. And yeah, now the atmosphere is a little bit closer as well. So I think that's worth it. Nuking the poles, classic sci-fi option. What do we want to do with the fact that I can expand the city? Again, until we get water. I mean, there is water over here. We could pump this water and that water, and then that would flood a bunch of stuff, but that's okay. So we come here. We could build the guided tours, but I don't have that much energy, so let's not worry about it. I could build a landing pad. Let's not worry about it. Open the leader panel. Animals or interplanetary trade. That allows us to build up those colonies a lot faster and get more resources. Trades at the end of this turn have 5 times the impact on shortages. Okay, so this is for building out the society. That's fine. Oh, I do need this. A housing unit of any kind allows me to skip building slums. So then I go here with 3 power and I build a housing unit. I need construct a mine for free. So if I put this here, a city mine for free. No. We don't want a city mine. We want to explore. I really wanted to keep finding power and tritium and everything. I guess there's power here, so that works out. And this is a warm place, though it has no oxygen. So that hurts. But yeah, I mean, look at that. Now we go here. We could be exporting titanium. We need to get this city built, this mega structure. 16. It would be so impactful. We have enough athletes to win the Olympics. Deal with the criminals. Oh my god. Oh my god. Martian Mafia. Or accept the bribe. No. In 8 turns, Mafia will steal all silicates and tritium. After this attempt, they will try to steal 4 more times. Conducting a secret office will foil, but 1 time. Future attempts will not be foiled by the Secret Service office. I mean, you gotta fight the Mafia, right? Silicates is easy. The power is hard. +1 comfort of living will work well. New mandate. I mean, scientist mandate going to trigger a life form proposal event. Both options now hold 3 life forms instead of 1. Well, this is the benefit. Explore location, gain 1. This is a 1-time expiration. Or this is get a bunch of heat, or get 30 power. This is get 20 food, or I mean, this is all fine. Yeah, this is honestly, you kind of like trigger a life form event. Both options now hold 3 life forms instead of 1. Like, none of these are really, like, I kind of like what I have. I guess the 30 power might really help us. Oh. What? Industrial faction gains power. Place an industrialist seat. Remove a resource deposit you've expanded to. Gain 25 of that resource from a city. And then the humanist gains power, atmosphere and oxygen. Okay. And oh, you can push other people out, but if you push the Earth in, yeah. So you could keep Earth in power. I see. I was wondering why it was letting me select, but of course, yeah, I want to push Earth out of power. I need to make Mars independent. Okay, now look at the resources I have are nitrates, right? But like, what am I gonna do? I don't need an insect farm, man. Let's keep exploring. Keep grabbing titanium. I can get 7 and 7 for free. I can extract from a resource deposit. So I guess you could strip mine water. I kind of wanted to have mines around my city, though. What would I even want to strip mine? I'm not actually sure. I guess one of these silicates could be okay to mine because it's going to get flooded. Again, I was hoping to expand New Ottawa. Also, what do you get? You get the dike stuff. Yeah, whatever. Go here, and we get 39 silicates. Okay. Then, we need a population building every other turn, man. This is crazy. I'm gonna get minus happiness so that I can. Well, actually, no. I'm gonna wait to do that till we have 2 expansions, and then I'm gonna flood the world, and that'll be cool. Everyone will be jealous. Heliostat. I don't have much science, or at least not for this reason. This produces science and makes colonies a little bit easier. Do I have a highland plateau? Certainly not near. Well, that's not true. I could go to this volcano. So I could do that with either of them. If I need more power, this could really solve the power problem. I guess we should do that. We have a bunch of silicates. I was saying I didn't want to do that, but I guess it's just the thing you gotta do. We can go down here. Flat plains, who cares? A dock. I actually need a dock. Right? I think. Because I'm going to flood the world soon. This Mars Olympic Stadium, do you need to build this? Provides a bunch of support. Provides a bunch of support when the thing happens. It takes 30 power, man. I can't do that. The 2 comfort of living, though, is pretty sick. Okay. So, explore here. Distant exploration. Again, I'm thinking about titanium, if we can find big hints for it. We really can't, so we'll just take the little hints we can find. One all the way down there. I mean, look, I need, yeah, I need to build more slums, unfortunately. So, we break the rock. We play the slums. The slums makes other people happy. Are unhappy, but it is what it is. This place would give more science if we put a science producing location on it, so that's cool. Then I expand here, and I extract the water. I expand here, and I extract the water. That actually gave me my expansion spot back, which is fine. This basically needs to become the dock now, is what I'm really... Well, no, it could be up here. Could dock your way in. It's coastal. Right, the dock takes 10 power, expands into different zones. I have the tiles now, so I guess. Like, I'm paying happiness to have them, so I should put them to work. There's no greater planes, though. I mean, I really do need the power. So let's expand into the power. Again, another -1. But that's fine. Now, the next time I have science and power, I know what to do. Also, do I even have enough? I need to you could be built if I had a little bit of titanium. Again, I only have 3 power, so I can't even get to the titanium locations. 3 power. 3 power. I can get some nitrates. I'll just take whatever. Doesn't really matter. There's some more titanium. I need power. I need everything. Sandstorm, nitrates to fix this, tritium to fix this, tritium to fix that. Okay, that's easy. These 2 buildings are a little bit more expensive. A thing that takes silicates, goes on water, and gives science per turn. I would love to build you. To do that, I need power. And that's hard for me to do. So I'll just go down here. I'm gonna get what I need to build the space elevator. That gives me 2 more trade routes, which we do like. Those trade routes could trade silicates for energy. Again, I could be exporting titanium, which sounds dumb, but now that I've built the thing that needs the titanium, we could be doing it to try and get this city or the colony on Venus expanded faster. But I mean, we're gonna get the Martian colony thing built now anyway. Per landmark, coastal, per unique climate zones, and I mean, this one's pretty good though. 3 population, 3 robots. Okay. What Europa bacteria? So pretty. Our home to bacteria. Oh, Europa has life. Okay, that's pretty cool. I could just get the science, but how do you gotta take the cool events, right? Heat production, democratic parliament, plus 3 support per turn per leader that will be proposed in the upcoming. Plus 1 proposal per leader. Okay. Yeah, I mean, this is really strong. It needs water, but it's doable. But I actually am going to get slums if I don't take the Martia. So I got to take the Martia. I really want the Parliament, though. Let it be known. I'm going to expand with you. I'm going to go and find titanium with you. I would like to explore, but get at least some power back. There we go, so that I can afford a couple different things. One thing is the dock, which allows me to expand the ocean. You know, no, it's fine. It's fine. Then we build this here, so now we're getting a bunch of science per turn. Holy, that's a lot of science. Then we have to come in here. Do we have enough power? I don't have enough power, but that's fine. I can build this here anyway. So 5 more happiness from another happy camper. This is recharging. I could expand into a new tile, which I mean I should do to here. Also here, 15 turns. I could build this. That would give 3 science instead of 1 temperature per turn. Honestly, I'm gonna do that. Let's get Europa. 90 support and 9 support per turn because we brought life from Europa and just threw it on Mars. Who cares about weird ethics? I really do want this comfort of living thing built in Elysium. The problem is I don't have many slots for buildings. I need power to do that. I also need to build like a new city because we're very quickly running out of spots. So, you know, this place here, for instance, has heat. Neither of them have that much oxygen. I mean, maybe we want to be going into Arcadia. That has decent heat. Arabia, if it had a better zone. I need to find a new home. This crater could be one. It would be very easy to get into this area, so maybe I should be thinking of it that way. Like, what's just easiest. Also, government panel. We're gonna get happiness, but we're gonna lose a trade route very soon. But then +1 leader support. I mean, it's what we need to do, right? Just what we need to do. Explore Deimos. Oh, wow, we found Deimos. Deimos is lovely. Lots of titanium science and everything. It's really hard to build out here because you have no radiation protection and the heat and everything is terrible. But Deimos base would be cool. Satellites for exploration. We do like that. Building a new colony point. So we get more nitrates per turn. I really don't need that, but we could export water like mad. And then we get, what, 3 happiness because small colony, whatever? Nah. Europa. 20 more ocean. Also, we don't really need that. It's not a consistent benefit. So sure, we'll get the production increase. It does trigger that thing we got at the very start of the game. It's our 3rd nitrate production, so then we got a little bit more coming in. Alright, if I have zones that I'm not using, what do we want to do? We could get some plant spreading now. I think we throw that out there. I don't know that we actually have a forest location. Yeah, we do. Alright, well, we'll put them there. If we can move people into this territory, they will be happy. So let's start this exploration. Found a canyon. Cool. Then we'll explore here. A crater with silicates and potential. You know, this is a pretty viable place. We should explore around there. I can play more microbes per turn, or I can get more project cards per turn. For now, let me get the microbe spreader built. And I mean, I'm really doing a poor job of terraforming the planet. More oxygen or more heat. I really like the heat ones the most. 12, 15, yeah, okay, we throw it over here. Just getting the heat up will make everyone happy, will make everything easier. Silicates and science. They're pretty doable. We should try and build a new satellite. Tundra forest, I mean, that's fine, but I'd rather have the herring. Well, they don't really give you anything. Usually I want like algae and stuff. This is just fish. I don't need fish. Prestige does prestige give some happiness or something? What is the... Yeah, it does. It lowers the support requirement thing per turn. Yeah. I always think of the happiness, but your prestige works well in that way. And I could build an animal spreader like right now. I need a tile to put it. Which, again, if I put it here, I want it to be a mine, but who needs silicates anyway? Who cares? Who cares? So I need an oxygen level, which is coming very slowly, but it is coming. Saturn, Io, or whomever. Actually, you know what? I should take that back then. It's not ready, so let's not play it. Instead, Mercury wants food and gives tritium. We'd like that. Silicates, who cares? Support. Cities that are connected get an extra happiness. This also takes nitrates. That's incredibly powerful for us. We'd love a colony on Saturn. And yeah, I'd love to build the spaceport. I also need to build another slum. Yikes. Or, no, I can't or. The or that I was going to say is build a new city. I guess I could just build a crater. This could just be a city to dump things in. Huginstown. Oh, nope, nope. Found a city. Huginstown. This could be humanist just to make sure that we keep things happy. Landmarks, scientists. 3 robots, 3 scientists. That sounds like what Huginstown is all about. Then we throw one of these down. And then, yeah, the mega project, the Zeppelin exploration location does sound pretty interesting. I can make people very happy with a domed park. And I can get some robots. I mean, Huginstown could be where we throw a lot of resources because this one's just really hard to expand. Huginstown is hot. It has some radiation protection. Let's make it a happy place to live. I don't have enough of you. I could throw away a titanium to get one. And that technically helps our colony growth. Water to do some terraforming. I mean, again, that works. I do need to think about another couple things. Oh my god, is this ever painful? 10 titanium. Who would want to do that? I'd rather have more options offered. Alright, Hughes, you can take this. I really do need this. 8 silicates at one point. Where am I going to find these silicates? Also, this thing has a storm on it right now. If I had titanium, I could do the large silicate deposit. It's all just tricky. It's all tricky. If this had silicates, I would explore up here. This does have silicates. But I need to move people in to a new city as well. Yikes. Well, this one at least has silicates, and I can go there. Fine. This I can hold off 1 turn. 5 support? Who cares about 5 support? Why am I second guessing this? Go and get titanium, or no, go and get tritium. Because either we could use it for the spaceport, or Huginstown could just become an exploration center. That seems good to me. Damage. So, another thing too is we're losing a lot of support per turn because we have damage locations. Yo, this is sick. That's sick too. So we would like to remove the number of damage locations. But first, oh god, I'm not gonna have enough water. So first I was thinking I have to deal with this. Also, I have to deal with the 8 silicates problem. Oh god, okay. Let's think about this. We go over here, if we get water and everything else. Rover Museum or one-time benefit? It's just too expensive. When you can get power in the early game, you gotta do it. So we take that, we come in and we explore, and we find a silicate location somewhere. Which is fine. Then we have to build this building. So we come in here. We have a lot of population here that would love to have Secret Service looking over their shoulder. Also, what's this do? 5 trade routes for 24 science. That's pretty sick. So I guess I have to take a slums. That hurts. I wanted to explore here so I could get the food production, but that's not going to happen. I could explore here and get a trade route. I could take my science to Huginstown and just get more cards offered per turn. That seems really important to do. Also in here, those buildings were damaged earlier, but they repair at 1 per turn at the cost of 10 happiness. So I guess that's what's just going to be the thing. You need silicates to be repaired, and I don't have those. So yeah, we're just moving on here. So we need another one of these soon. We won. So for 8 turns, we have happiness. The shipwright does help you if you're coastal as a city. This does really work for us, actually. I wasn't thinking about it, but we want a lot of happiness in this city, and it can be coastal. So for 3 power, I can build this here. Everything gets another happiness. Allows me to expand waterway, and that lets me build this. I mean, I could already expand up here, don't get me wrong, but it just kind of works out. I already have a lot of benefit from you, but boom, we make a better space elevator. 26 for 10 trade routes. 1 food per every 3 food produced in the city. There's 1 export for every 3 power. We don't do either of those. But I'm not too... Oh, we do have a little bit of food, but that's not what this city was meant to do. The question is, do you make this a mine? I think you do. It's a little bit on the expensive side, but you make it a mine. And then you make this spot here, you're gonna move it forward, which I could do like right now even. I don't know that I care about this being allowed to. I push this forward, move you forward, and then this is gonna be a spaceport. Do you have a mining location? No. This one did, and we want to explore to here. So that's done. We can find a T-Rex again. Unlocking the T-Rex is easy. Building it on a place that has 3 heat and 3 oxygen is what's hard. So we're doing what we can there. New project. More spaceports make sense. Now I have a ton of trading capacity. So, I mean, nitrates, I could trade away 8 of them. And I could bring in a ton of power just for 1 turn. Just to get me out of this bind. Open a leader panel. Celestial can be developed an extra level. That's pretty cool. Gain 7 per turn if you increase the amount of leaders you get proposed per turn. Lose 7 when you decrease. Democracy. I'm kind of trying to make a democracy work here. Renews the negative penalty is cool. Create 12 influence for humanist. If that provides the humanist of the seat gain 8 food. That's pretty cool, actually. Yeah, so we want this guy. 2 humanist influence per turn. Trade embargo for 4 turns. That's really painful. But we'll do it. And we get support, and they're a space project. Something to do with all our trade routes, so that works out. Let us think about this. I really needed a housing project. This is a housing project. The problem with it is that I need to get a housing right now. We're at 14 out of 25 in terms of the amount of Martians that we need to bring in. Also, what do you need to be happy? You need robots to go with those people. Interesting. Well, a nice blank tile for you here. Well, don't do that. Instead, let's give this city connection to space. Being connected to space gives +1 more happiness. So we're at like 9 happiness here. 5 radiation protection. Connected to space. Connected to water. Has Secret Service. And then the Mars Olympics are 1. So even though these slums are at like -20, a lot of them end up being only -11 here. And one of them is even -9 just because it's beside a training facility. So that's pretty cool. I would say it's pretty cool, yeah. And then this place has been giving me -1 unhappiness here and here. This one here is giving us -1, -1, -1 in like 5 different places. So let's make this place have unity of the seas. Oh wait, no. It's only for the ocean. And there's some that are like unity of X, Y, and anyway, that one doesn't have it. This would give 12 influence to the humanist faction, so we might be able to make that work. We definitely want to make sure humanist keeps getting seats, because very soon we're actually not going to have a functioning democracy, because we're going to be getting a seat to the industrialists, and we need to work against that. And is it, just to be clear, is it based on its like opponents? The leading Martian faction leads at most one more seat than the other Martian factions combined. Yeah. So as long as we have a mix of other seats, and they do get more expensive over time, so we should be able to catch up sooner rather than later. And it's better to do it with a mix of factions than otherwise. Martian factions combined. So the Earth factions, though, are not helping us. Okay, I mean, look, you could build another training complex, but who cares, right? Right now, the Earth will send 5 athletes. We keep beating the Earth, basically. End my turn or not end my turn? I think it's to build solar panels, right? Get a bunch of energy coming in. We can send 7 of these to space this turn, and 5 of those. Look at our trading capacity now that we have that Earth elevator, or space elevator done. There's a train station. I was thinking about those earlier. If it has a land forest, everything costs less. So this, we could build in this forest area. So, sure, that and that. Though I was planning on building another city down here. Where are we at, though? Because I could say screw it and just build my skyscraper in here. Which I guess makes sense to do. Undo that, though. Maybe it doesn't make sense to do, because first I can build the carpentry. And then the carpentry makes buildings and megastructures cost 5 less. So that's 45. Save 5 food by doing that. We are not ready to win a seat. We are ready to explore. We need more tritium, which I thought was over here. So 4 tritium, good to go. 6 is not good to go, and I can't. Can I import? I can? I thought I had an embargo. Whatever. We're about to lose whatever the Earth was giving us anyway because of the old thing. Oh, so I can just explore with this. Yeah. So, boom. I don't even need to import that now. I could instead. I need to sell how much? 16? I mean, I could keep selling water, but I guess we just build our Martian stuff. Industrialist gets a seat. We get 30 power. They take an Earth seat, which brings us into oligarchy through autarky to prosperity. Okay, but we do have global living. We have leader proposal, but we got +1, we got -1, and we have -3 comfort of living. That's really bad. Botany and forestry center. Increase the zone's oxygen by 1. Produces oxygen equal to the climate zone oxygen production. That's pretty good. We do that. And then a housing. And enable that so we have more space power. Come in here and boom, we get some oxygen and atmosphere with some botany. We'll take our 30 power, which we like. That means that we can basically finish this outright. We do want to build this train station if this city is going to expand to all these different parts. And quite frankly, at this point, all the canyon views are going to make sense. Could I? No, it takes so many silicates, man. We need silicate, silicate, silicate like crazy. So... I mean, I guess I could just lobby the humanists and then lobby them again next turn. The faster I can get back to democracy, the better. So let's do that. Let's find silicates. And yeah. And then what do we want to trade away? I really didn't want to give up my titanium, but it's becoming more and more reasonable to do so if it does mean that we get a free colony expansion. And we get silicates while we're at it. What's this? Humanists are trying to oust the Earth advisors. Earth won't be happy. Cannot trade with Earth until the embargo ends. I mean, sure. +1 waterfall. Maybe. Definitely this. I don't know. So what's this? +3 support for each megastructure stage constructed. And we're pretty happy. I mean, 1,500 happiness. We've been certainly, even though we're trending down, we have a lot. We also have a ton of science. Do we have water in these areas? We kind of do, actually, if I'm honest. Kind of do. Get you. Enable this. Saturn is happiness per turn. Like, sure. Does this need to be just in a climate zone, right? Yeah, okay. I guess I'm not going to build this crater after all. I'm just going to get some water production. We want a couple different things. This costs 0 power here and 0 titanium. That's pretty sick, actually. It's at -5? And build, that's insane. I did not realize how strong this carpenter was. Because I can build you. Oh, rocks. I can build you here. I can get this going. I can get the robots. I can get happiness for robots. +1 comfort of living for every 2 robots in the cities. We're at 4. So we get these ones. And then these ones. And now I get 2 influence here. And I'm getting 3 comfort of living here, plus all this population. I mean, this is a very happy city. It's only at +27 because I was -6 from this, but it's actually -10 from the fact it's damaged. So that's pretty sick. And this would be 12 support. And yeah, I mean, we just built the city out almost in like 1 turn. Pretty crazy. This would give me 8 food, so I'll do it. That will also give me another humanist seat, which means that we're not an oligarchy, which means everyone's happy. We have democracy. Yeah, that works out. We are exporting titanium like crazy. Look at 12 expansions. Oh my god. I could, the leader starts with 2 skill uses. Who are you? Celestial bodies can be improved further. You can do double explorations. I guess. Bring in the science lady. And if this is produced in a high location, it provides science. I want a bunch of titanium. So you can go here. You can go here. And then I can do another round of exploration. Pretty expensive. Select a celestial body, gain 25 support per level on it. Don't know about that. I do know I'm happy to do this, and this, and this. And that would give us, look at this, viewpoint tower, viewpoint tower, viewpoint tower. So now it's 3 more happiness level points in there. Pretty insane. I mean, I could build the observatory. I keep humming and hawing over that. I don't know why, for some reason, I wanted to build something else here. So, in that case... Oh, no. Observatory. And then, what's the other piece here? We could... We're probably going to need to move this botany piece. So allow me to do that because I need the spot adjacent available for this spaceport. I mean, look, I can keep expanding like crazy. We can go into the next zones and everything. But for now, we are cool. We are happy. We have 5 turns before the next Martian person is needed. Some of our trade routes are not being used, no doubt. I thought I wouldn't be able to export. Like, why am I able to do this importing? Cannot trade with Earth until the embargo ends. Yeah. So it's not going to work. But, I mean, that's fine. Get plankton. See, plankton is what I wanted earlier. Plankton is great. It uses your microbe spreaders and puts, like, fish down, basically. Trigger a life form event? No, I don't care. Leader gains 3 skill uses this turn is sick. What's this? It can never be spread again and remove... Select an animal life form. It can never be spread again and it's removed from all climate zones. Adopt as a pet. That's kind of interesting. I don't think I want it though. Destroys all rocks in a city. Give +6 expansions. We'll take that. We have a lot of science, so this weather control facility looks really good. Would make it easy to put our T-Rexes down. Oh my god. Comfort of living also really works for us because we need high population cities just because of the fact that we are bringing in all the Martian people. I mean, the arcology just allows you to put a bunch of them down. They are fully protected from radiation, so you could build this in like open plains. I don't know which one is best, to be honest. Doubling our resource production, though, is cool. So, like, radiation protection means that you want to look for places that are potentially even open cities in territories that are really cool, like perhaps Amazons. Like, hot and wet and full of oxygen. This friggin' nuke. Who would nuke the planet? What a short-sighted idea. I mean, this is a pretty good spot. It's not oxygen, though. Yeah, so I think I would rather have the weather control facility and the ability to spread, like, life and animals and stuff in more interesting ways. Let's do that. Do this. We're just doing the easy explorations with our rovers. I definitely want this city to be able to continue expanding, so we need to just, like, explore to get it out of its hole. I need tritium. I don't know that there's any great tritium. We also could be using our power to explore over here. Thankfully, we have 12 power per turn, which is sick. Do love that. Doubling the influence. Yeah, I don't know. This one's pretty sick, though. Research campus. It gives population and then buffs the science. I don't really have a place for it, though. I could fix this building, though. Don't want to, because I need it for the space projects. I wanted you... I could go for the weather control facility. Doing so would allow me to build more interesting animals in here. I don't have an animal spreader, though, so it's not, you know, needed right away. Oh, this doesn't connect across. That's annoying. Yeah, shoot. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? Do you provide influence? Where's this influence coming from? Huginstown is giving 2. So we could double that. Sure. And I'll just grab easy housing. And it doesn't really matter. This basically finishes off Eugenstown. But at least now this political party can get in a seat soon, and then we don't have to worry about the oligarchy just like collapsing or taking over. We do need to find a new settlement location. 20 science right now, just because. I mean, yeah, I have so much extra happiness, who cares? None of these really matter to me. Sure, just grab whatever. What do you want? You need 8 silicates. So what did I just finish? Isn't there a way to seal your space projects? I just built one, but I don't actually know. What did I build here? Mersnet. Lovely. There's a way to see all of your space projects. I guess they would be like space projects in here. Yeah. You are really upset with me. You need silicates. You want them now. I think that if there's a good silicate place I mean, look, I want that T-Rex. So maybe we come over here, then we come down here, then the T-Rex is doable. Now, right? Yeah. It needs 3 heat and 3 oxygen. So I need to build that mega structure, right? The weather control facility in a place that has heat and oxygen. So like I could build a T-Rex like in here. Soon this will be +1 oxygen. How fast does this? Like it goes up by like 3, right? So you could max it out. In fact, this could be at +3. The problem is that it's at -3 right now. So yeah, Utopia Major. I'm looking at you. And what can't we see? Like when is our spreader available? Does it not say over here? Yeah, we don't have one. See, we have 7 turns here, 2 in this, and then this costs 30 water. Okay, well let's go grab some water. And let's grab some water. It'll be great. Everyone will love it. That is the first step. Second step is we have to build a city here. We're going to found a city. Per 5 science produced by the city. Sure. Tatiana. It's my fiance. So that goes there, whatever. Then it needs 2 population, which we'll have very soon with this. Okay, we could build the hospital, but I'd rather have a spaceport. Oh, I didn't even build this. It's 1 per town, right? So, Secret Service. Just gonna build it in a corner. We have all the athletes we need. Everyone's happy. Great. Oxygen, all that stuff. Food production. This is like not at all where I wanted to go with that city, but like +1 food, +1 food production on adjacent spots, fertile soil really is pushing me towards just leaning into the food life. We come here. We build the colony module. We build this. We build the first level here. We need more population, but that's fine. Once we get to 50 food, that'll happen. We get +1 food. And then I need to find even more food. Also, this can expand to more tiles. And if they're highland tiles, then we would be happier. We did not get highland tiles. We also want them to be tritium tiles. Also, there's an embargo, so none of this trading is actually happening, and we have no space projects to work on. We won the Mars Olympics. We would like a space project to work on. But more connection, I mean, it's a whole thing. Yeah, so there's still an embargo. So for the sake of it, we can do this. Exploration, wherever is fine. I do want to spread bacteria. We can get this plankton. That'll produce oxygen, which we like. I have a lot of science. And, like, tritium, we could mine it. And, like, nitrates, we could mine it, but we just don't need more of it. We could give up a lot of tritium and titanium for this, but I do need the titanium for reasons. So let's get this spreader and more heat? Hard to say. The doubling up on the plankton makes a lot of sense. Oxygen's quite far behind. Heat's about to get there. So let's do that. And then, I mean, see this, you know what, I am going to build this because immediately it's going to be able to pay itself off by finding this mineral cavern, which is pretty cute. I do need a little bit more titanium, but if I can just find a good resource hint, maybe one down here, then that's fine. The water is here. We have the water. So that animal spreader then with a T-Rex, right, which we're ready to do, needs 3 and 3. That's it's interesting. We're getting there. We're getting pretty close. For now, we could. I don't want to spend any food actually. We just keep exploring. Find places that give happiness. How many turns? 5 turns here. Support's going up. We do have a lot of science now. So, new space projects require 3 less of each resource. That's pretty freaking sick. Scientist seat. Explorer location, get +1 happiness. We get rid of a seat here. Also, do we just win? I feel kind of lame if we just won, because there was so much I wanted to do. Humanist quality of life. Adjacent cities have +2. Happiness. What does this say again? I thought we had to have total seats acquired. We need to get 12 seats. What the hell? But okay, so we got our first 6. I don't know why I thought we needed 12. I thought it said we needed 6 seats. But maybe that was just because of different requirements here. Does this mean that we're independent? No. But we do need lots of influence for these. So first space projects. Ooh. Undo. We do this project first, because then when I choose this project, it should be 3 less. Or it starts with 3, okay. Then I want this, even though it takes food. Do I have the ability to trade with Earth? I do. So, we should be exporting what? Something that helps a colony. How close is this colony? It can't seem to hover over what it wants. 16, so we're not that close. 20 and 20. I'm about to spend all my water. Okay, so let's do this. Let's export like crazy to make this colony grow. What are we gonna pull in? We're probably gonna pull in food. Not because we need food that badly, just because I want food. Why do I want food? Well, I want to grow that city. Why do I want to grow that city? Because if I grow that city, I can build the next layer of my mega project. If I can build my next layer of mega project, then I get happy days. This will give me 1 extra resource for every hint, and it's a free exploration, so I'll take that. Adjacent cities. You could put it between multiple cities, you say. 2 comfort of living. That would go hard beside Elysium. Which is pretty doable, actually, because we can expand this city out and this city out, and then take this bacteria microbe spreader thing and just send it. And that allows me to build this here. You have space access. This one does not have space access. This doesn't give it. You need a space port. You could get space access, which we'll do, sure. It means I can trade even more nitrates and get even more power back. Yeah, the animal spreader is going to go here, for sure. I could get a mine. Does this mine have 2 titanium per turn or 1? See, this one... Plus, adjacent mines get +1 production. Where can I see the city itself? The city itself. Maybe this button. This button. Tatiana. Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa! It actually does give happiness across the line. That's sick. I didn't expect it to. A lot of things in the past, I don't think, transferred from city to city. Okay. Let's just keep exploring. I want these locations explored so that I can build a new city if needed. Not that I really want to, but I could. Huginstown. You always could have been this exploration thing, but I always spent the resources before we could do it. Yeah. I mean, it's fine. We don't have to worry about Mars anytime soon. We have sharks or forests. I'll take the forest. Heat is happening. We like that. Oh, festival grounds. Pretty cool. It's expensive, and I don't really care about it, to be honest, but it's cool. Importing life forms would be cool. The problem is that, like, I would rather just get my T-Rex. I want my T-Rex. Okay. This is really easy to complete. 3 and 3 is fine. If I sell 9 nitrates, which I can't quite do this turn, that's going to work out. That means next turn I'm going to have enough for my skyscraper. I'm going to have enough for my animal spreader. Everyone's going to be jealous. I could get a bunch of happiness, but who cares about that? I could spread this city 2 more tiles, getting me to this mineral cavern, or even to this geothermal. Geothermal is pretty freaking sick, though. How much population do you have? 5? Maybe 2 more happiness? For a spa? It just feels nice. Just get the spa. Just go into the spa. Cool. Explore. Explore. I could get the dock or whatever. Did I even get one? Yeah. So I could put that down here and move this botany around, but who cares? Who cares? I just want my T-Rex. Open the leader panel. Lots of choices. You give the ability for life forms to be kind of easier to do, get more science. You allow me to do resources in space, give happiness, and build temples. Just be space Jesus. And you want to found cities. You get support per turn. Per turn. You gain 6 support per turn. Cool, cool, cool. So you could just keep going independent. And Eureka, and you know, this one is kind of on theme. Independent, Mars, you know, Oxygen Factory, who cares? Don't need that. Not even gonna read it. It's stupid. Don't need it. Sure. Technology's twice as fast would be nice as well. Okay. So here, boom. We get all the people happy. We upgrade this. We get... I really shouldn't make this a big city, I'm realizing, because I'm about to put a T-Rex in it. What? What? I'm missing a DNA. Where are you? Where are you? There was a big light thing coming out of you. Where is it? Where is it? Where's my original city? There was one to the west that was hard to get. But I guess I did. New Ottawa's here. What? Where's the T-Rex? Where's my T-Rex? Also, I can get an animal spreader, which is cool. Oh, come on, game. I thought that it was like a big highlighted spot. Connect the DNA samples. Oh god, is it possible to be in the northern area? I really don't see it. All these resource hints are like in this perimeter. It must just be on the periphery, right? How did I skip it? How did I skip it? You're supposed to be able to see them, right? Like, I'm feeling so blind. Let me pause this video for a second while I scroll in a circle. Alright, so I poked around and I did not see it, but I'm pretty sure, like, when we got the mission, there was one on the North Pole, one on the West, one on the East. The one on the East we went and we got. The one in the North, I'm like, we got all of these tiles. Like, there's just no way I missed it. Like, there's only a tile left. So what I'm thinking is there was one over here and we were having a really hard time exploring to it because it was like here. And we, you know, we're expanding through here and we had to go all the way around to get to it. And I'm wondering if it was one of these two tiles. So what I'm thinking about doing, and I hate that I already picked my cards. Can I undo my picks here? I'm realizing when I pick these, if I do my search exploration, I'm going to get new options available. So for now, let me just assume that it was one of these tiles, and for some reason I've lost the icon, and I'll just like explore to here. Again, I get more locations available, but maybe I lost the opportunity because it I really don't want to put this on 10-turn cooldown because I like didn't grab it before terraforming the planet, so the DNA was lost. I don't know, man. It survived a meteor crater thing, smashing it up a billion years ago. I'm pretty sure, though, that it must have been the one that was west of my city, just because I remember not really being able to get to it easily. But clearly, it's not. Influence location. So I don't know what to do because, like, sure, I can get horses, I can get kelp farms, you know, I can get a lot of cool stuff, but I wanted dinosaurs. I think we still, you know, build this out. You know, we build our, I can get another spreader for later, just in case. I can get this office, whatever, and we yeah, we just make horses for now. So lame, but horses. It's not even part of the mission, right? Like, we literally don't need to do this, but I wanted to make a dinosaur. So I'm sad that I don't have one. +1 support per colony level, +2 science per turn, plus some ocean. I don't really care. All this is fine. So that's gonna basically finish next turn. That's gonna happen. Why are you red? Oh, just because it's in the red city. Okay. I'm like, did that get destroyed or something? 2 silicates, I can fix that. Yeah. So I don't know. I really don't know. I'm gonna need a new city soon. I'll tell you that. I want my dinosaurs, man. Give me my dinosaurs. Cities get a comfort level if they're connected to space. Cities get extra influence. I need to keep picking these political things. Also, I should explore first, just to make sure I get as many options as I can. I can also Eureka, but who cares? I will need power and silicate soon. I'm so beat up over this stuff, man. Oh, I gave industrialist influence. Oopsie. Ooh, 40 silicates for a billion food. At least that's how it feels. Connect to you. I can give up on a little bit of oxygen for a moment, so I can build this. And get a really happy place. We found a love in a hopeless place. Also, Huygens has the doubling effect here. So I wonder if there's anything here worth getting rid of. I'd hate to get rid of this terraforming stuff. This doesn't really do anything anymore. It's only 5 support per turn, so we should put this here. And now this should be providing 8 scientist support per turn. So that's gonna work out pretty well, I believe. Then what? I guess we're just looking for a tritium spot. How do I not, like, if someone's seeing this dinosaur and they're not telling me in the comments, then I am gonna lose it. Like, where is my T-Rex? Where is he? Where's Rachel? Are you a T-Rex? Like, I'm pretty sure there was a frickin' symbol that was like the head of a T-Rex, you know? I even Googled online to see if anything came up, but you know. What the heck? Replace Anastasia with Mr. Optimized AI. Can be re-elected infinitely. AGI, Artificial General Intelligence, right? Artificial Intelligence leader could take over our government. Reduce the recharge duration of all your exploration projects. After gain 50% of the resource back. Overwork. Robotic rights. 10 influence for its faction per robot. So this is pretty cool. Gains 1 skill per turn. Starting the next turn. The use of each skill costs 30 silicates, 30 power. Oh, so you could like really go crazy if you had infinite energy and silicates to go into the singularity. But like optimize exploration recharges all of your exploration projects, like satellites and everything else. That's kind of interesting. If you lose your exploration ability, you know what? Let's do it. Landmark versus terraforming. High plateaus versus spreader. 1 per landmark. 1 per 3. 1 per... I mean, you could just move all your spreaders into that location. Per landmark? Whatever, man. I don't really care. Tritium gives titanium. And things appear faster. 9. Lose support but gain heat. I don't know, man. Series. We have a lot of heat, right? Well, we don't. We have 20 turns until something happens. But, you know, whatever, man. So here is all of our exploration things, right? Yeah. So we do that. And then we get more exploration. Let's go. Though they are pretty slow to recharge because of how far I'm exploring with them, but it should make it easier to find the T-Rex. Where is he? You know, it did identify the spots for me. Is the worst thing. So like I know that they're supposed to be obvious. No climate zone for this. What? Oh, no rain here. Because I didn't click this button. Now it needs 2 rain. That's annoying. I guess the heat could be faster. It's not really an exciting thing to put, but whatever. Also, I can put this here. It makes spreading other things faster, I think, to have spreaders already placed. Yeah, more housing, whatever. More science projects, whatever. This one doesn't have any robots, does it? No. No, it does not. I would like some silicates or tritium, the space nuclear power resource. Where my T-Rex? I'm just a whiner, though. I'm just a whiner. So, Tatiana, you have this crater. What did it say? Not enough resources to make a city? I don't have 10 water. What the hell? I have to build a Huygens thing, or I don't want to lose all of my stored resources. So, what can I lose? Some food production? I mean, I have 18 per turn. So we kind of dismantle this. It does give -1 happiness there. I could have just put it on this side, but for some reason, I didn't want to do that. It's not like I was going to get a building that synergizes with nitrate costing structures, because that one's still full. So I guess I'll undo that and put it on the correct side. Good. Okay. We should try to finish this. We should try and export things so that we get our colonies to grow and keep our space projects going well. Ooh, modular city. It's pretty good. This food production, I don't really care about it, but I do have a +3 location for it because it's beside the GMO and it's on a fertile. So then we get 50 water. We finish this building. I don't know. This needs, we could trade 4 per turn. That's fine. I do need to settle like a new city though. I'd love for it to be an exploration city. Flat plains out here. They want bacteria spreaders. Sure. And the bacteria spreaders, I can just kind of call them in. Because I have them in other cities. And it sucks to move them because they don't get to recharge while they're in transit, but like, who cares? You know, 15 turns for this to come back. Just put it over here. Does that count immediately? It does, even though it's not there technically for 15 or 8 turns. It still counts. All right. Produce its resources, get influence for the party. I mean, look at all these seats I'm about to get. So that's going well. Keep exploring. Again, I don't... Like, there is a water spot up here. Is there anything else that is, like... has a dinosaur in it? Like, the fact that I'm at 3 out of 4 is absolutely killing me. I'm ready to go to Deimos if that's what it takes. Right, because we have the Deimos city available for building on. I just don't have enough projects to make anything worth it. And going to Deimos doesn't really matter. Some of my trade routes are not being used. You don't say. I really don't need anything in particular, so we're just trading for the sake of trading. Increases mines output. Like, nah, dude. You get 3 extra uses this turn. Independent, 8 Martian seats. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. All right, that's what I want. I want this. And then what's this? 3 comfort per action the leader can do per turn. So this, I wasn't thinking about it, but this actually doesn't only work with the dictator. This works with the AI. Right? Per action the leader can do per turn. Singularity. This laner regains +1 use per turn starting next turn. The first use of this skill costs 30 silicates and 30 power. So you can just do it. You can just do it. Oh my god. This, I don't really know if that matters to me. Coral Reef, whatever. Enable. What does this say? So it has to be at least 1 level, and then it goes up 2. So science per turn, nitrates per turn. Okay, science per turn. Sure. So you have 2 actions per turn now, and that's gonna allow me to do a ton of exploration actions all the time, like just infinitely. And once I've explored the entire planet, I want my dinosaur DNA. I want it. Optimize, optimize, optimize. Where is it? Like, it's hiding behind some symbol I'm not seeing? I don't know. The commentary of this video is so lame. It's just me complaining that I can't find the thing I'm missing. But it is where we are. Like, I want it. I do. Why am I bringing this in? Because I can't bring in titanium yet. That's why. Okay, fill the resources. Are you sure? The current trading rate will fill the resources, increasing the ocean level. Oh, and some places will flood. Okay. Isn't there a way to see the flooding a little bit easier here? Like, flooding to level 2. So you need a dike. You need a dike. You need a dike. You need a dike. And if you were the original city, you'd be getting power and everything from all these dikes. This as well. Holy. Now I'm not gonna have enough titanium to do the finish the Europa. That hurts. So it doesn't even matter. Doesn't even matter. Get whales. Whales are cool, sure. Celebrate the Olympics, sure. Every 2 climate zones the city's in. I don't know, man. Uh, is this ready? Review situation. So who has ocean? This one does? Is it really just you? Because I thought that last error said 2. I guess I could move the mine, but I actually like getting titanium. So let's get more exploration and go find some titanium. You. And you. And you. And you. Alright. So it was the red, and by red I mean white city? No. Where'd you go? This one. Climate zones. Climate zones. Alright, so that's cool. I guess this can now expand over to here, and you can grow the city that way. You can go pretty far with it too. You need to sell 1, and you need to sell a whole bunch. And I need to bring in power. And this costs me a bunch of power and silience to keep making my actions better. So we'll not worry about that. Alright, so, I mean, look, we can grab more projects per turn, sure. We can grab another space project because it's super cheap. But, like, what do we need to do to win here? We need to give a bunch more seats. We need more influence. We need to keep generating influence. Again, 10 influence for its faction per robot. Can only be done once per city. So I guess I should go around and just be like, hey, this place has 4 robots. Let's get 40 influence, and that way we get a seat, you know? Hard to say. Let the meddling have their seats. Earth gets a seat. I mean, that's fine. Industrialist gains power. Gain 2 industrialist seats. Rapid expansion. Okay. Plays a scientist seat. Get spread life. Scientist faction gains power. Colony on Europa. So there. A free Mars for Martians. I don't know, like, what does it matter? Like, then the humanist gets a seat. Uh-oh. A market for all. Then industrialist seat. Okay. Okay. And now we're not independent anymore, though, because Earth gets their seat last, I guess? Interesting. Uh-huh. Interplanetary tourism? Sure. What's this? Give 6 expansions to a city. Yeah, I don't know about that, Jimmy. Spread a life force. I do like that. What do we need to do? Choose whales. And whales replace the horses. What is it doesn't have a cooldown though. Who cares, right? So I'm still pissed. No, I know. Spread life form, spread a fish. There you go, fish. Explore a location. I want silicates to build up the singularity. City gains 6 locations. I mean, look, you could do that with the Gala over here, but like, to what end? Who cares about this city? I don't care about this city. We're almost done solving Earth's crisis. It'll give us 5 more trade routes, but like, again, who cares about trade routes? We can trade away water if we want Titan to grow. And then we can trade away science just because we have too much of it. And we could found a new city somewhere doing something. Per 3 robots, animal spreaders, per happiness spots, whatever, man. Humanist or scientist. They're the ones we want to grow. We now solve the Earth political crisis, which is great. We can block the cartel. And yeah, everyone's jealous. We even have enough to get a titanium mine and even get that waypoint tower, which should... Oh, I need animal spreaders. So whatever, you get animal spreaders coming in. Right? And then, where are they? Where are the animal spreaders? At sea somewhere? Where do we put the animal spreaders? I mean, this exploration center could certainly be on this side of the planet. Let's be real. This is like absurdly not well positioned. You're a bacteria spreader. Why do I feel like a crazy person there? It's here. It's this one. Here you go. You come over here. We don't need nitrates. We can get a project. This city had a lot of robots. 40 more industrialists. Let's go. We basically are gonna win, right? Are we gonna win? Nitrates return, that group. Ooh, GMO lab. What's this? Apply genetic modification. I mean, I have some science that's just cool to do. Mega projects, robots, whatever. Bring in more life forms. Deer, penguins. Penguins. 2 oxygen for penguins. That's like doable very soon. This outpost could be happier. I do not have the silicates. So let's get our exploration centers online. And scan again. And again, do we have a lot of robots in another city? Elysium, for instance? What do you have? 1 robot? Yeah, who cares? Who cares? This one, though, Huygens, has 6. Very good. Also, we could be building a new super project, right? So Gala, you could be building the exploration hub. Very cool. None of this trade is required. So nitrates then? 20 per turn? We have a lot of trade routes. 50 support, who cares? Scientific seat. Sector resource, which you have 0, gain 30. I don't know that there's resources I have 0 up. I mean, come on. Free Mars. This doesn't actually give influence. So who cares? Who cares? More options though. Very nice. Do I have 0 of anything? No. I'm like a rich person. Zeppelin's going crazy. Birds of Paradise or Lions. 40 prestige or 15. Let's take the 40 option. It'll probably replace these Horses. I do need silicates and power if I'm not building this leader statue. Silicates and power will do. This provides a ton of comfort. Is it just to adjacent buildings? Adjacent buildings get 3 support. Yeah. It's not, like, tremendously powerful. It's pretty cool. This place does not have great atmosphere protection. I guess that doesn't matter, does it? Per life form in the climate zone. And apply genetic modification to lower the requirements of lions. I don't know, man. I don't know if it matters. Let's keep exploring. The fact that the robot makes the Zeppelins go faster too is kind of crap. The Zeppelin is broken with the robot guy. Let's be real about the titanium. I only need 8 more. And then this can get finished. And then I can trade away excess of all this stuff. But, like, again, for what? For food? Greenhouse, orbital ring. For robot, for production. I mean, I don't really care. We're just kind of hovering our way up, right? Like 10 turns away. We need how many more seats? One seat. So if one of, I know we're pretty balanced right now, but if I could double down on a faction, that would be incredible. Also, my dinosaurs are gone. I'm so mad. I'm so mad. I don't even know what to do. There you go. The city would be even happier if it was connected to space, which again I keep doing, but who cares? Select a resource. Fabrication of resources. Research, cool. View tower, cool. Water pump. Who cares? Enable. Alright, let's how do we do this? We build this in 1 turn, we put a bunch of points into here, and then we import enough tritium that we can balance the budget, and we export, you know, some crap. And everything works out. I need power and silicates. That's just not gonna happen. So, fine. All my political parties are growing because I have a very healthy democracy of some kind. I'm not too worried about it. Alright. I mean, cool options on all these people, but how do you know? It's gotta be the AI, man. We believe in the governor AI. Everybody wants to be ruled by AI overlords, right? Come on. Exploration. 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 Can I upgrade this? I could if I wasn't missing resources. Can I make you happy? Some of these. Build this. I mean, it's not what I want to use my silicates on, but whatever. I'm gonna do it just because, and we'll get another exploration bot. I didn't even consider doing all the other projects available by this guy. Like, they're just fine, but like, who cares? I guess getting some influence would be nice, just to try and win the game a little bit faster. But it's actually pretty, like, slow going in that way. Safari Park, core drilling, self-improving AI, whatever, man. Yes. Oh, what's this? 5 industrialist seats for 34 power production. No, cost 34. Who cares? It's like, it's a cool building, but like, who cares? Just who cares? Who cares? Cool. Space projects are being done. Bringing in some dolphins or some crap. How do I, like, make the world a better place right now? You need bacterial spreaders, which I'm sure I have, but, like, who has time to find them? You. There. You want animal spreaders? I don't think I have 2 animal spreaders, no. I guess I could just try building another city. I don't have water. Alright, well, let's explore for water. Water, I mean, we've been going so long here. Holy crap. Looks like scientist is going to be the one. 2 highland plateau locations. So, like, there's one here, there's one here. Sure, found a city, scientist of the mountains. They're very happy. You give them a billion connection points. You know what? They can even get all the way to this one. And then all the way, I don't care if it has negative happiness. And I don't see another highland plateau. But cool, yeah, look, you can be happy. I can pump more water, but like, who cares? Let's do this and this, and then bring in silicates in exchange for science. And once again, I mean, like, literally 16. That's kind of crazy, bro. That's kind of crazy. And then we can get more actions per turn, you know? Theme park, tritium, some sort of robot center. Yeah, whatever, man. We are, like, so cruising for a bruising here, but we need, I don't want to deal with these floods. Just go wherever. Oh, performance. polar bears. Again, no T-Rex. Be found. Develop a... Oh, undo. I forgot I had series available. There we go. Very good. Funny, you could do the whole get 50% resources back and build a bunch of skyscrapers like crazy. Let's try that. Next project gains 50% of the resources back. 45 happiness. We keep a bunch of the happiness. 26 happiness. I mean, like, we're very happy people. Let me tell you that. Though honestly, we should undo one of those, because building new cities is how I'm gonna get more influence. I need to just like get a party into power as soon as I can. Nothing else really matters. Especially now that I can't get a T-Rex. Trade routes are not all being used. Yeah, sure, dude. Done. Oh, we lost the Olympics. I wasn't even paying attention. Wasn't even paying attention. Political college. Where did I just put that? Oh, this population up here. Oh, you already have one. Gala. We did it. Prevent the Martian Mafia stealing resource. Al Kagan. Oh, funny. We want this city to get more imports. Wait, they don't have a zoology spreader at all? I thought we moved it. See, this one's not here yet, and it's giving us 0. Interesting. The other one was giving it immediately. Self-improvement AI? Like, who cares? No. Nope. Again, I should just be building a new city that wants something to do with the science people. Oh, but it's a bad mandate. Whatever. Build it anyway. Requires 2 population. There's 2 population. Build an AI data center. Make sure everyone loves AI data centers. Sure. I can't... At this point, I've explored the whole planet, so I know that the last T-Rex thing disappeared. Like, there's just no planet left for me to go to. You know, I might be able to end this scenario right now. Do you have robots? No, you only have 1. Let me look. Does it tell me what party they are? City. So, like, I'm pretty sure Gala is a scientific party. It has 2 robots in it. Oh, it already has robot rights. Okay, let's keep looking. No, and we don't have a way of building any more robots. Boo. Well, it's literally like... It says 2 turns. Isn't this only 13? No, it's 23. Okay. So, there. Earth can get a seat, whatever. 2 scientific seats. Boom. Success. Okay, I mean, look, we got a platinum trophy, we got a bunch of things. we got the platinum level success, rapid expansion, everything amazing. World was so good. It took us, if this is accurate, 3 hours. Like, that's an insanely long run, guys. Like, that's why I haven't been playing so much Terraformers on the channel. Also, the last, like, 30 minutes in most runs, you kind of feel like you've succeeded. You're just waiting for it to kind of tick up. Especially when your economy, like, nap time is, like, just on full bore. Like, you're just ripping through turns. You don't really care. You're just like, yep, let the influence tick up. So... things are cool. It said that Rome was not built in a day, but Mars certainly was. We did it in not so many turns. Do we unlock any new content? Survive. Whoa. No. Main menu. Good job. Yeah. And so there you go. I mean, hopefully I get to play another scenario soon with like I said, this interstellar ambitions or whatnot. And again, this is the very hard mode, but like it goes severe, insane, unrealistic, unfair, impossible, play at your own risk, like levels, because you need acquire, this is where it says 12 seats, 20 seats, you have 70 turns, so the same number of turns, and the amount of happiness that you need is like insanely high. Now there we had like so much happiness that it really wasn't a problem, but you know, there's certainly a world where our happiness, how do I say this, there's a world where we would have been pinched in the early game for happiness and had to make less optimal decisions to get it, and then we would have less resources in the mid to late game and also need those resources to be spent on happiness. When you're doing a population boom run like we just did, it's really not a problem. We kind of did an everything run there, honestly. We were terraforming, we had population, we had science like crazy, tons of wide expansions, but cities that were built all the way up to the top. So like, you know, I'm just pissed about my dinosaur. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time.